when coaches come to us because they're struggling either to sell their group coaching program or to have success with it, or because they want to get out of the one-to-one and get in group, but they have all these fears. The thing is like, there's not a proper launch strategy. You're not giving yourself strategy and you're not building anticipation with your audience. And it kills the buzz of your launch. So then you don't get the sales you want. And that's why you're afraid. What if I don't get enough people? If you give yourself enough time and you follow a correct strategy, you'll get the people. You'll get enough people to join your program. The third thing that we do, my clients and I, to make sure we have a really smooth and successful transition, either from one-to-one to group coaching or just adding group coaching for the first time in general, is we have a proper launch runway. So most coaches get this idea, but sometimes we get this idea of an offer or a program, and we get really excited, right? We get really excited and we're like, oh, I want to sell that. That'd be so fun. And we get this idea, and then we just go to social media and we open it up and we start throwing it all over the place. And we start to tell everybody about the offer, and we start throwing bonuses, and we slash the price in half and we make it really cheap. And we just go with that for about a week or so. And then we're like, what the heck? No one's buying. No one is interested. And then we're like, oh, it doesn't work. I knew it. And what I want to say is launches are like our $1 million makers. I'm going to tell you right now, if you launch your group coaching programs, if you do it right, you're going to make a lot of money. Okay. When coaches come to us because they're struggling either to sell their group coaching program or to have success with it, or because they want to get out of the one-to-one and get in group, but they have all these fears. The thing is there's not a proper launch strategy. You're not giving yourself strategy and you're not building anticipation with your audience, and it kills the buzz of your launch. So then you don't get the sales you want. And that's why you're afraid. What if I don't get enough people? If you give yourself enough time and you follow a correct strategy, you'll get the people. You'll get enough people to join your program. But it's strategy and system, and those two things have to go together. And oftentimes, coaches that come to us just don't have that. They're like, I don't know, I got this really excited idea and I just start throwing it out and no one's interested. And it's that's not very intentional. And when we look at the way they're launching, it's there's no anticipation. You didn't even give yourself enough time to do all the things. You're exhausted. You're creating all this sporadic stuff and content. And we're not being intentional with the offer. And we're doing all of these things, but we're not doing them right. And so it kills the buzz of the launch, kills your energy and your confidence, right? And now you're I knew it. So now this is going to be so hard to get people in my program. And that's not true. I always teach my clients, you have to have a proper launch runway. If you are throwing a brand new offer out there and you don't have anticipation and you don't have a proper launch runway, you're not going to get interest. You're not going to get enough people, and you're not going to hit your sales goals, right? When we were selling our Sales Academy program, this was the last quarter of last year. It was a brand new program. And so we knew we had to build anticipation. We had to give ourselves a little extra time, more than normal. I have my Profitable Entrepreneur Mastermind. I've had that for 8 years. Everybody knows about it. For the most part, not if you're new here, but my people know about that. I've been selling that for so many years. I don't need to build a lot of anticipation. My launch runway can be a little bit shorter. But when I opened the Sales Academy, I never sold that program before. The things that I was doing in it was not new, but it was a new program. No one ever heard of it before. No one ever heard me talk about it. And so I wasn't just going to go out and be hey guys, Sales Academy is open. Come build your sales database. Let us show you how to use human behavior sales techniques. Let us help you build your audience and fill up your coaching program. And I wasn't just going to do that because you have to build anticipation, right? Kind of hey guys, something's coming. And then you have to build and tease that for a little while, right? And you also have to have time to build a list of buyers, people that are saying, I'm actually really interested in this. I want to know when you open the doors, or is there a way that I can secure my spot? You have to build that interest. You want to go in your program launch knowing you have interest. And so we spend a certain amount of time in a few different stages of our runway that is moving our audience to want to buy that program. They're wanting to know more about it, right? And we haven't even promoted the offer yet. That's really important. Then you can launch to those people that are expressing all the interest. You can launch to those people and just pre-sell the spots, right? You're going to pre-sell before the program even starts. We did a 3-month pre-launch for the Sales Academy the last quarter of 2022, October, November, and December. We were pre-selling the Sales Academy. And then we were going to shut the doors at the end of December, take the holidays, and come back in the new year and start the program. We had people who purchased their spot in October, like the week we opened it. They purchased their spot and then they sat there October, November, December, and they waited until January to start. People get all in their heads like, oh my God, people will pay you months in advance and then just sit there. I mean, we gave them a little bit of pre-work stuff I already had created, right? Some people paid in full, actually 98% paid in full. It was really bizarre. And those people got Boxer. So our goal for this brand new beta program was 20 people between October, November, and December, get 20 people in this brand new program that nobody's ever heard of before, and then take our break for the holidays here in the state. I'm back in January with our annual goal, because it's a year-long program. Our annual goal already met with that program. We had 22 people sign up before we shut the cart. And they were all paid for this year, for this whole year right here. We came into a brand new year ahead of the game. But listen, that happened because we planned it very strategically and very intentionally. And then I gave myself extra time and I stripped away all of this drama about I need this created first and I have to have that created. Guys, we didn't even have a sales page. I mean, this gets to be easy breezy in the sense of the upfront creation. I didn't create anything other than a pay link. I didn't create anything until people started purchasing. And then we put people in a Mighty Network community. Actually, we didn't even open that at the beginning. The people that paid in full got Boxer, and we gave a little bit of pre-work in our membership. And it was stuff we already created. We just bundled it. And then we took vacation for the holidays. It was amazing. And we don't typically do 90-day launches like that. What I want you to understand about this is that's what I'm talking about. Is like, if you're going to launch something that no one's ever heard of before, you've got to have a proper launch runway. You have to give people time. You have to build anticipation, right? And that's exactly what we did. And we reached 2023 goals of that one program in 2022. The last quarter of 2022, we literally reached our 2023 goals for the whole year for that one program. It was insane. It was insane. And so I want you guys to hear, like, we didn't have a sales page. We didn't create anything first. We had clients who set for 90 days before the program started. 90 days. Like, it was the easiest thing. And we spent 3 months teasing and seeding and building a buyer's list, pre-selling, going live. We did one launch, our signature profit launch. We did that in October. We did a 45-minute monthly masterclass in November. And in December, we ran a Black Friday sale. And that's how we sold all the spots. That's not a lot, you guys. That's not, and obviously we had emails, but you know what we did? We opened our sales database and we went down our list and we sent DMs and we built relationships and we talked to people and we sold the sucker out. And it wasn't very difficult at all, but we also gave ourselves the time to do that. So we didn't feel rushed. We didn't feel like, oh my God, I got to create all these assets. You don't create assets in the beginning before you have an actual offer that people are purchasing. You want, like, we usually build a sales page after we run it at least once. Once we run our program once, and then we get people in and we run them through it, we get testimonials, we refine our curriculum, our process. It just gives us all this clarity. And then the sales page will convert a lot better. Right. But I'm going to tell you right now, we close year-long programs at 5K, 10K, 12K, and we don't even, nobody goes to a sales page. We just talk. Here it is, right? We get in DMs and we just chat it out and boom, we send a pay link right there and they pop. So I just want you to see that this doesn't need to be so stressful and chaotic. And it doesn't mean you're not going to work hard. There is definitely work and effort that is going to be required, but I don't think it's the same type of stuff that most coaches think when they come to us. So that third step, a proper launch runway, right? So build a wait list of buyers.